can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
G'day everyone, welcome back to Wheel-to-Wheel Racing. Tonight it is Group 4, Round 9 at the Kyoto Driving Park Combo Reverse.
Brought to you by Track Racer. And we're just waiting for qualifying to get underway here. We'll try and see who ducks out of the pits first and maybe jump on board with them for their first lap.
Qualifying is starting.
Just gonna get out
So
first.
will be the first out.
Alright, we'll see if he decides to lead the pack around or if... Oh, Max.
Might go.
Yeah.
Alrighty, how about you guys introduce yourselves? We've got a couple of new commentators tonight.
Go for it, Cam.
Yep, g'day. I'm a new commentator here, Cam Yotta. First time on the job, so just putting it out there.
And the Dragon, returning from Laguna Seca last week. Second night on the job. It's like the guys are getting sorry.
No, go for it, man.
I was just saying, it looks like the guys are getting a bit racy on the outlap here. A couple of the Jags and the Astons are looking to get towards the front. Don't want the advantage of slipstream maybe for their lap. They want to be able to lead it.
Want some clean air.
So yeah, we're on board with Panmac at the moment. Behind Con, Great Wall of Con.
Con's he's pretty quick. I saw him. I ducked into a small lobby that he had going for a short amount of time and saw him set a lap, even though I think it was supposed to be a secret one. Oops. But he was setting some pretty decent times, so it should be good to see what type of time he can get out in this qualifying session. Expecting 28s or 27s without the tyre or fuel.
Yeah, gosh, I don't even know what the race pace is this week. It's been a long week. I jumped on for a few practice laps today in time trials, but yeah, that's no indication of race pace. Usually a couple of seconds quicker in time trial mode. But, so the guys are on their out laps at the moment. You'd think they'd be spacing themselves out a bit for this.
Yeah, the first four are really looking like they want the advantage of slipstream, and it looks like Con's trying to kind of drop off from them, get that gap. Maybe the two Lexus working together back there. Oh!
That's a moment and a half.
Actually, guys, why don't we go on board with Rexy, who's giving some practice. We're on board with Rexy at the moment. We can even bring him up on the mic if he wants, but let's sit on board with Rex for his hot lap.
Yeah, I can try and talk my way around this track. So
Here he is.
I've decided to sit behind Tombo, try to get a bit of slipstream. The Ford is a bit of a handful around here. So as you come up over the hill here, I'm looking for the ripple strip there, just on the brakes. Trying to tuck in, hard on the gas. These boys are pulling away from me. I haven't put enough laps in this week. So as you come down this hill, it's a real tricky braking into like this double apex corner here. So I try to run wide and then bring the nose in. Oh, lose the back there. Let's just back off a fraction of that vintage through. So now I'll tuck behind vintage. So now we've got this long right-hander. So I try to get my wheel up onto the ripple strip here, and then aim from a apex out through here. I try to hold it flat, but in the Mustang it's really tricky. I have to lift through here. I don't think the other cars have to. And hard on the brakes here. Dropped a gear I shouldn't have then. Usually third, down to second. Tuck it in onto the ripple strip. And as we go up the hill, so I've got Vintage dragging me along into the next big sweeper, big right hand sweeper. Getting a lot of understeer through this corner. So we drift out towards the fence, coming into what I think is the trickiest part of the track in this car, which is down through this sort of chicane, long chicanes. A lot of understeer through here. As you can see, Vintage is just pulling away from me through that section. Bit of brake. Trying not to get on the gas too early so I don't run off the track. And that's pretty much one lap of this track. It's 2.5 minutes.
Wow, so you only get one hot lap.
One hot lap,
that's
2:27. That's my fastest lap of the week, boys.
Good stuff.
That's a very good lap.
So it's still not good enough. I'm in 10th. But good luck with the commentary, and I might talk to you later.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Good luck. Alrighty, there we have it. So Adam V with a 0.4 second lead over Tombo for pole.
Yeah, he was the only one to duck into the 25s, I believe. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah.
that Aston Martin looking strong as ever. So
Alrighty,
maybe
here we go, boys.
right on board
Race
with him
one.
for the start. Let's
Who do
see
you
how
want
he
to
gets
jump on
on
board with?
with Adam,
Alright, let's do it.
the pole sitter. See if he can get a good start and hold that leader. If that Mustang's gonna use the grunt and sneak up the inside into turn 1.
Seems like the Lexus and the Aston seem to be the cars to go for this circuit.
Very much so. Which has seemed to be the common theme in Group 4, both very strong Group 4 cars.
Yes.
Oh, that Mustang has got a great jump off the line of Tombo.
Very clean start. Let's see how it goes through turn 1.
So Tombo's led the pack through. Adam and Panmac are side by side. Pagani's making it 3 wide. Which I don't think I would be brave enough to do, but they all get through clean for the most part.
Pagani's out a bit wide there.
Tombo's pulled out a great lead. Adam V back to
has.
4th.
And he's just continuing forward at the moment. Maybe the extra fuel weight in the Aston is really putting it down on speed compared to the other cars.
Look at Tombo out there with a 2.1 second lead already.
Yeah, there's a great battle for third at the moment. 2 Lexuses, Adam, or 3 Lexuses, sorry. All in a row with Adam on the outside. Adam's trying to
first lap so far.
Adam's trying to hold it around the outside in this long sweeping corner, which is brave to do, but eventually gives the position up to Evil One. Coming into what I would say is the trickiest section of the track here, these 2 corners, at least in the Merc, because you're very in between gears.
There we go, he's picked
And
up
they're a
one
bit off
position.
maneuver. Yeah, beautifully done up the inside of that hairpin as well. It looks like the top 3 well, the top 2 at least, are starting to pull a tiny bit of a gap, and Pagani's trying to do the same and latch onto the back of them. But Adam's not going to let him get away, as they're 2 wide behind him as well. Vintage and Evil One, that'll be scary going down through these the twisty section, DS's. Oh my goodness.
They've all fallen in behind each other, which is good. It's very tricky making it 2 wide, 3 wide through there.
Definitely
Yeah, it
feel
is.
very sorry for anyone who's running a Merc going through that section.
I mean, there is one in the race. He's down in 11th at the moment. Had a bit of a shocker in quali. I saw him on the line with a penalty and had spun around, but way. The battle for third goes on as Pagani holds the inside into turn 1, trying to block off Adam from getting back up the field.
Yeah, Pagani's been doing great this season.
Oh,
He's just been right on the edge of Lobby A most weeks. One of our probably most improved drivers this season.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you there. He said he's a little scared of going into Lobby A, but looking on the side of Pagani's car is actually a congratulations to you on the baby.
Right.
So nice to see. I know a couple of the boys made up a livery for you.
Nice work, Pagani. Good stuff. Yeah, so for those who aren't aware, I just had my first boy this week. He's 3 days old and spent his first night at home last night, so I've had no sleep. Just gonna be, I think I'm going to end up in the stewards report, I think, this week with a few punts. I'll just fall asleep at the wheel, knock a few guys off. But yeah, not much time to practice.
At the moment, we could probably have a quick look at Panmac, who's closing the gap to Tombo after the little battle that's given Tombo some space to start with. He's brought that down to under a second now, and gaining very quickly on the Mustang in the twisty section, which is not a strong point.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mustang's a pretty decent boat. I'd say the Jaguar will be able to end up passing him.
Definitely agree. He'll have a great run into the S section and possibly try it into the last turn, if not beforehand. I think, watching how aggressive he's looking.
On my screen, at least, a little bit back there, it looked like he got a bit squirrely.
Yeah, Tombo and Panmac pulled out a bit of a lead. It's 2.3 seconds back to third.
Which means, I guess, Tombo's holding the gap back to Pagani. Panmac's just bridged it. And couldn't do it into the last corner around the long sweeper, but it looks like he's got a great run out of that onto the straight. And now we get the drag race.
Ooh, Adam V's gone a little bit wide. He's held on to it.
Did he touch the fence today?
I think he
did.
the
He
fence.
bounced off the fence.
Yeah.
He's going to lose the position.
One's crossed the line with a penalty, so that could be
All right, yeah, he's ghosted
interesting.
there.
Yeah, he slowed down a little bit.
But now Panmac is looking to he's now ahead of Tombo, and he's looking to pull that gap like Tombo did and hopefully hold it a little longer, because I know Panmac and Pagani have been pretty close in the last couple races, so I'm sure he wants to get clear of Pagani.
That's right, these guys are battling for is it third on the leaderboard?
Yeah.
For Division 2, yeah, so Pagani and Panmac got a lot at stake here in this race.
Yep. Both were actually even on points before the penalty was handed out earlier on in the week, so incredibly close up towards the top of Division 2.
That's it.
For the podium.
Yeah, and Pagani's he's put through an appeal for that penalty last week, so we'll see what the stewards come up with. But yeah, it's pretty tight, so yeah, I'd be fighting for any points you can get, if that means, reasoning it out with the stewards to reverse a call.
Yep.
Yeah, go for it.
Pagani's sitting in a bit of no man's land at the moment. He's got 2.5 seconds on either side of him. But the battle is just raging on back for kind of 5th, 6th area between Rex, Evil One, and Con.
Someone's
Still
gone
very
wide.
close.
Very
I
wide,
believe that's Nightwalker has just put it into the fence.
Oh, has he? Let's have a quick look at a replay there with Evil One, who somehow went wide down here. We're on board with Evil One. Is there anyone behind him? Maybe he's just going off on his own. Yeah, he's just pushed a little bit too hard there. But good save. Good save, Evil One.
Yeah, that is a very tricky corner to get right and hold the speed consistently through, as well, as I found out during my practice. Very inconsistent through there.
And Rexy's closing in on Con.
Who's also closing in on Adam, so that nice battle for 4th starting to...
Yeah, nice work. He's definitely closing in on Con.
Maybe getting a bit of more of a feel for the track. Tuck into the slipstream.
Racing right on Con's tail.
They've also made up a second on Pagani in the second half of that lap as well, so Pagani might have had a a problem, run wide somewhere, or just made a small mistake that's cost him that.
Yeah, well, Adam V's got a couple of laps to try and get back into third position. It's going to be tough.
I think that battle for third is going to heat up very quickly.
Yeah, definitely, especially with tyre wear kicking in.
Yeah, Adam and Pagani are fairly similar on tyre wear, actually. Pagani's a little more on his front left, but very, very similar. And to that, Con has got the best of the pack. And I'm sure, no surprise, but the Mustang is looking a bit worse on its tyres than the rest of them, so...
I'd say the Mustang's understeering a little bit. Definitely got a bit of weight to the car.
Yeah, definitely very heavy car. Going through these long sweeping corners, it's just going to scrub all the grip off of that tyre.
Yeah.
But he's sticking with him because of the raw pace on the straights when he can. So it seems to all be settling down a fair bit now.
It's spread out a decent amount.
Vintage, after competing kind of the top end of the mid-packs, made that mistake too.
Which gets Rex Buckingham onto 5th.
Alright. Let's see if we can pick that up on the replay. So, Con's got Rex on his tail. And, what's he do here? He's going to clip the grass. Oh, there it is. Oh no, sorry, it was... I think it was the evil one. Or am I looking at an old replay? Sorry about that, guys. I missed that.
But in the meantime, Adam is right up on the tail of Pagani now. He's closed up that gap and is looking pretty feisty, trying to make up for the rough start that he had.
He'll be hoping that Pagani starts to feel a bit of pressure and messes up.
I think he's going to go for it into turn 1 here. He's got the legs on the straight. As we see, congratulations, fine moves on the side of his car as well. Great thing for the guys to make changes to their liveries for that.
Yeah. Thanks again, Pagani.
And Adam. I think I saw a fair few of the guys with it.
Oh, Adam's done it too, has he?
Yeah. It's a little smaller,
Yeah,
just
right,
above
yep.
Yeah, nice.
Right.
Stuff.
With those two fighting, Rex has made up some time on him and is probably looking to make a move early and maybe defend for the last lap or so when his tyres start to get the other guys. Very even tyre wear. Yeah, it's got to be the livery. It's got to be the Vodafone livery.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. That's definitely the pack to watch, I believe, though. I think that's where most of the fighting is going to be going on at the moment.
Let's just have a quick look at Pan Mac. He's got nearly a 1 second lead.
Yeah, he's pulled a small gap to Tombo. I think that might be a tyre wear coming into it around the long sweeping corners. But yeah, side by side.
Wide, get the move done. I think Pagani pull ahead in there. He has.
See if Rex goes for it into the braking zone here. Pagani might go defensive.
Ooh, Pagani's moving
Oh,
wide.
yeah.
Ooh, he's clipped the rear panel. But he's made it work. Very nice move by Rex there.
Nice work, Rex.
Pagani maybe suffering from tyre wear a bit and not being able to hold on to those positions as much. Adam's taken advantage of that too, and he's pulled a 1 second gap to those boys who are probably going to be fighting for the last lap or so. Pagani looks kind of up the inside of Rexy a little, just showing his nose, getting him to think about him being there. So,
How's the tyre wear on some of these guys?
so it's all pretty even between Adam, Rex, and Pagani. But Pagani has the worst by a very small margin. And then Con a little further back has got great tyres still.
Yeah.
Oh, Rex has picked up a penalty, which has allowed Pagani through.
Looks like it's going to allow Con through.
doing the right thing and serving it before the line, though, making sure he doesn't get any post-race penalties. Because they can be pretty hefty, as I believe Adam might have learned in the Spa race, I think that was. He was competing with Janwell and got pinged for it. But with that said, he scored a 2.5 second gap on third, just about locking out that podium while the battle goes on for fourth.
There seems to be another battle pack between 7th, 8th and 9th. Evil 1, Troy HQ, Smurf and
Yeah, you're right.
Some very close racing, 2 wide at the moment actually, which is always a little sketchy, especially with the pinball physics and coming into one of the trickiest sections of the track as well.
Smurf's tyre wear is really up there, it's really good.
That is... I could he have pitted? His lap 3 was a 35. I feel like he might have pitted. Unless I've missed something, but yeah. Because himself and Troy have very little tyre wear, especially compared to Evil 1.
Yeah.
Smurf looking very aggressive on the rear end of Evil 1, who's trying to hold him off for this last half a lap or so. Troy's looking like he might want to follow Smurf through.
I'll definitely say Troy's pitted though. I don't think Mercedes, would have the best tyre wear coming on to lap 6.
You're right. I don't see much deviation in his lap times though. He might just be doing a really good job at saving those tyres.
Yeah.
Wow, it's very tight there for 8th, 9th.
Yeah, it seems the rest of the field's kind of spread out a little, and that's going to be where the main position changes are made towards the final end of this race.
Pan Max got a 3.2 second lead. Coming around.
I'm going to say the tyre wear has just taken Tombo out of that. That Mustang tyre wear is just absolutely brutal.
Nightwalker seems to be looking pretty racy as well.
Here we go,
Pan
boys. Pan Mac
taking the win.
finishing first. Good work.
Congratulations, Pan Mac.
Tombo coming across the line in second, followed by Adam. Then we're going to have Pagani, Rex, and Con all very close together, with Smurf in the background there as well. Evil One's going to take that battle for 8th, with Troy right on his rear bumper, followed by Dockhead, Nightwalker, and Vintage Racer is going to come home.
Yeah, interesting one. Pan Mac. Where did Pan Mac start in that race?
I think he started towards the bottom of the top 10. Because I saw him... he got a penalty, I think. Or he got a tank slapper on coming onto the straight to start his lap. And kind of had to let a couple of guys through. So I don't think he started very well, but definitely made it up off the grid.
Yeah, he's got the fastest lap as well with a 2:28.094.
Which is a rocket of a lap. Right.
So yeah, congratulations to Pan Mac on that. He got the fastest lap and a clean race, I believe.
Yeah, why don't we get Rexy in for a bit of a chat? See how he found that first race.
G'day lads, how are yous?
Yeah, good. How'd you go, man?
Yeah, it's a tough track in the Mustang. The tyre wear, as you could probably tell, was killing me at the end there. Coming down through that twisting chicane at the end of the track there, I picked up a half a second penalty, which gave Pagani and Con an opportunity to get through again. Managed to get past Con, but could not keep up with Pagani, so the tyre wear. But all in all, good race. Went from 9th to, I think, 5th, so I'm happy with that. Well done to Pan Mac. Tombo?
Yeah, great job to Tombo for making that Mustang work around here, as well as you getting that top 5 in with that heated battle between yourself, Pagani, and Con, even Adam for a little while.
Yeah, we had a nice, clean little battle going between us.
It's great to watch.
It was just the tyre wear, and it's interesting to see who's fast where. It looked like Pagani was suffering from a bit of tyre wear as well. But he would pull away from me down through that double chicane at the end there. But it's surprising. I thought the Mercedes would have been a bit quicker around here. I thought Troy would have been further up the pack. But it looks like it might be a bit difficult to drive.
Yeah, the Group 4 Merc received a little bit of extra weight in the last balance of performance change, so it's not too strong out of slow corners anymore. But
Yeah, it's not that great on its front tyre wear either, I've found out.
we got ZD and the Golden Mullet himself saying "G'day to you, Rexy" in the Twitch chat as well. So
Good evening, gentlemen. It's always
Yeah,
good
good
to
luck
hear
on
from
your next
you.
race.
Yeah, thank you. So I think I'm going to be doing a two-stop here.
Yeah, righty.
yeah, it should be interesting to see because that fifth and sixth lap was a fair bit slower than the first four, so it should be interesting to see.
Oh, Smurf's saying 5 minutes before the next race, is he?
Oh, you still got a little while then.
5 minutes, alright, well...
I believe you had something for G-Man when he's in the chat. Fine moves.
Oh, right, let's have a look. G-Man's in the chat, is he?
Yeah, he's was saying "G'day to Rexy."
Good stuff.
Yeah, he
Fun
said he'd be
fact,
watching the stream tonight, not racing, but
Yeah, we got Footner in the comments. Unfortunately, we don't have him tonight. He's had some stuff on and missing our Footner's fun facts this evening.
perhaps he can give it to us in his comments.
Maybe.
If you've got one ready and you want to chuck it in the Twitch chat, Footner, you know,
Go Footner.
it's all on you now, mate.
Oh, he's
Yeah, he doesn't have one prepared.
not prepared.
That's a shame.
Oh well. Everyone wants it, man. He's going to have to jump on Google now and sort something out.
Yep.
Alrighty, so race 2 should be getting underway shortly.
Yep, I think everyone's just kind of cooling down a little after the first one. Maybe go for a quick toilet break, as
Our host
Smurf
is-
has just said.
Yep. Nice work.
Fair enough, remove that extra.
Not number
weight
2 in the
from
race, but number 2 in real life.
So it looks like the Astons are going to be the cars to beat around here.
Yeah, they're looking very strong. Adam has been driving very well. Joined kind of halfway. He's been fighting his way up the lobby rankings.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him in third. I had a race with him earlier in the week and he was extremely quick. So I was really surprised to see that he was mid-pack.
Yeah, he had a bit of a rough start. He started off a pole, but just couldn't get the launch. Tombo got him around the outside, and I think Pagani did as well, just in the first corner. So, as Pagani is doing some donuts on the main straight for everyone, and I think Vintage is drifting. So, obviously, everyone's taken this 5 minutes in between very seriously. Ultra focused, getting warmed up.
Online someone answered by the looks of it.
Yeah.
So I just got our Discord link up on screen as well for those viewing live. If anyone wants to join the league, just hit up that link and yeah, you can get started racing with us.
All are welcome as well. People of all different skill levels. You know, we've got drivers from A+ down to, I believe, C rated. So we'll find you a nice spot for some good competitive racing in here. And the Discord's filled with a bunch of really nice guys. So it's a great place to be, and you should definitely join it. As the final has been started.
Set to go racing for race 2.
Alright. Race 2 being reverse grid, of course. So I believe Vintage, yep, starting off pole in that Lexus. and a McLaren in second. I don't know how the McLaren goes off the line. That could be interesting to see. And after our Pan-Max started the last race, he'd probably come up through the pack pretty quick, but jump on line with
watching
I might jump on board with Rex and see what he sees up front from his view. They're going to start pushing through hard, I think, some of the mid back.
Someone has jumped the start. I think it's a small jump. That's alright.
Still got penalised for it there.
Yeah, these reverse grids are always fun. You see everyone start to bunch up as the quicker guys close in on the slower ones.
As they're too wide into the first kind of S section between Con and Evil One. It's always a little scary doing the reverse grid because you don't know when the faster guy is going to try and come through, if they're going to be a little patient or if they're going to try and, say, I got the pace on you, just get out of my way. Yeah. Be different.
Murph, your mum might have gotten a little bit of help to go wide there.
If anyone decides to go too wide through here, I see Rexy and Smurf are too wide coming into this hairpin. Very brave. And Dockhead receives a little bit of a nudge from Con, but actually helps him take a position over Troy. So I believe they're both Jag teammates as well, Dockhead and Con. Nice to see a Merc near the front of the grid as well.
Yeah, Rip Doc up to third. Good stuff. He's quick. He's quick. He's going to do well, I think.
Yeah, he's got a fair bit of pace. Just, I feel like he doesn't quite get it done in quali sometimes and suffers because of that.
You saw Smurf make a great move up the inside of Evil One.
It's a nice, that's a big battle pack of cars right there. That's,
Smurf's gone around.
Smurf's gone around and Evil One's tapped him as well. That's going to hurt Evil One's run up the hill as well. Poor Smurf is out on the grass trying to get going again.
That's nasty. Let's have a replay of that. Let's jump on board with Smurf as he comes through this left-hander. Oh, he's just collided. He's actually run himself off track here. Oh no. All right. Oh well, he's only got himself to blame there, unfortunately.
Came in a little too hot, maybe shallower than he's used to with a car on his outside. Very tough corner, especially with the being like a tough angle on it too. Slides the car around a little more.
After Pagani got his penalty on the start for jumping, it seems like he's made up a few positions. He's up to 8th now. As Rex Buckingham goes wide.
He's going to slipstream past, was it Rex? Yeah.
Oh, they're going to go 3 wide into this corner, are they? With Adam right behind him as well. Oh, Con just cuts across the nose of Rexy. Still side by side with Pagani.
Rex
battling for that.
Wow, Con held on to it.
Battling for that 6th position, yep. Single file through this section here. You would have to be very brave to go too wide through there. We'll see if anyone goes for a move into the hairpin. Yep. Oh, Pagani's chucked it up the inside.
Actually, that's similar to what he got penalised for last week.
Yeah. Still side by side, running down into the kind of trickier section into the hairpin as well. Like a double apex hairpin.
Oh, he's been tapped.
Small taps though. As Adams made his way past Rexy and is looking to charge up the field. Adam's definitely one to watch, I think, for this race. He's stuck back in the pack at the moment, but I feel once he gets some clean air, he's going to make up the time to the cars in front very quickly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, there's an opportunity for fuel saving here as well, so a lot of these guys will pit and try to make some moves on the pit stops, jump a few cars if they can.
And whether they decide to do a 1-stop or a 2-stop is going to be interesting to see as well, because I know a couple of the cars with the heavier tyre wear might opt for that over staying out those extra 2 laps and to be on the side of caution.
Evil One and Rex Buckingham having a nice race.
Actually, up the field, we have Tombo fighting for 4th already, who started 2nd last on the grid, and he's trying to take that position around the outside of Troy in this long sweeper. He's just tucked in behind him. Maybe
Yeah,
try
he
and get him
started-
into the last track.
Oh man, he's got some pace there.
He does, using those tyres, those fresh tyres in the Mustang while he can, going too wide through here. Oh my goodness.
Dodgy, dodgy, dodgy.
Troy tried to give him the room and got a little squirrely, so he got baited into taking a different line to normal, and Tombo's probably going to try and capitalise on that into turn 1. With that extra grunt of the Mustang down the straight as well. I think we'll see a move here. Well, he's actually not got a great run out of there, or he might be fuel saving in the slipstream. It could be another thing, as we see Pagani and Adam
Yeah.
side by side.
Looked a bit like Adam was going to go for a move there, but he pulled out.
Yeah, I think Pagani covered him off at the last second.
Yeah.
So
Great
where's Pan
pack.
Max in? So Pan Max started last in this race.
He's
obviously.
in 11th, right on the back of this train, so not having a whole lot of luck with the traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like Rex was having a look there, up next to either one.
It's a great pack to watch here from 6th through to 11th. Everyone's within, a couple of seconds of each other. It's always good racing. As
Oh no.
even
that's-
once.
That was a
I
bit of a
didn't-
dive.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what happened there. I was checking out the other cars, but like he might have pushed Adam out a tiny bit. Two of the kind of what I would say are the faster guys in the lobby, just from what I've seen previously, stuck at the back of the pack at the moment. So maybe getting a little frustrated and trying to force some moves a little more than he normally would.
Well, Vintage definitely doing better, starting out in some clean air, still hanging on to second, and Nightwalker out front.
Yeah,
Yes.
the McLaren seems to be doing alright.
Yeah, no
There's a
major
big
signs
pack
of
of
tyre wear
cars.
on any of those cars yet, but yeah.
We've got a big pack of cars up behind Tombo. The front three have got a fair bit of
So
space.
Tombo's actually just cleared Troy
Yeah.
in that last section. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's going to try and bridge the gap, the 2-second gap up to Rip Dock and move his way up the field as quick as he can before the first set of stops.
Speaking of Rip Doc, it looks
Yeah,
like
they
he
are
might
battling.
be about to put a move on Vintage.
Behind. When it's at the final corner. See if he can get a good run out and maybe make a turn, make a move into turn 1. He had to let off the power a little to stop himself from running wide. Didn't get as good of a run out as the Lexus ahead, which is a rocket in a straight line.
Adam's
his
going
pack
into the pits
around.
already.
Okay.
He's coming on the end of lap 3. Wow.
Who's going in?
Adam has come out of the pits.
He's
that's,
jumping back on softs.
Maybe a 3-stop, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a strange one.
Okay.
He might have got pushed wide. He's trying to undercut the guys that might be 2-stopping, possibly. But
Yeah. Pagani's put a move on Khan. Didn't quite work though.
now he's available to be taken by Evil One as well on the exit of that corner. Both teammates, with Pagani being the team leader as well. It'll be interesting to see. There might be some team orders here.
Yep. Move over for the boss.
Yep. Out of my way, I'm coming through. I know Pagani was really looking for a good result into this event to try and put him up into the top 3 in Div 2 to confirm it a little more.
Well, yeah,
Jump
it's
ahead
going
of
to be very
Pan
interesting.
who's having a bit of a rough run. In
Yeah, this
race.
could bring. So if Pagani gets a better result than Panmac here, he could end up with more points overall this round. So it's going to be very interesting to see where those two finish up as
Yeah.
the season comes to an end.
Another thing that's interesting.
May have given Rex a bit of a bump there.
Another thing that's interesting is Troy is holding on to the back of Tombo, who has closed the gap to Ripdog. So now this pack is going from 2nd to, I believe, about 10th. So pretty much everyone in the field, bar 2 or 3 guys, are all getting very, very close together. It's that battle for 2nd Oh, looks like they're going to try to go side by side again.
Gosh, Vintage going to be feeling the pressure here.
I think Tombo gave Ripdoc a little bit of a bump draft there, trying to tell him just, you know, going to go side by side through here. I'm not even going to try that, which... Ripdoc goes a little bit defensive, not completely to the other side of the track, but just showing his intentions to Tombo, that he's not willing to give up the spot easily.
Tombo's got the tyres there on... Got the tyres on Ripdoc. Ooh, he's staying out. Tombo's staying out another lap.
Ripdoc, green, same as Rex.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Vintage is out.
picked up a penalty
The
there,
fuel situation. Rex has saved a fair bit.
I think a couple of guys have put some fuel in. I wasn't able to see that. I wasn't quick enough to scroll through the field.
Pan Max up
Smurf's
there
got
now, he's
heaps.
pretty racy.
Pagani's up to 5th. Pamex on 6th. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, Pagani
gonna be
looking
very
like
interesting.
he's on a dive.
He's trying to go up the inside of Con there. Take that position, maybe keep a car in between himself and Panmac. Just try and get a bit of hustle going, move on a little faster.
Sideways looking pretty good too.
Con's got that inside line.
Oh, he's run a little wide. And that's opened the door for
Oh,
Panmac.
2 cars have slept through. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that was due to a little bit of a bump from Con, sending him a tiny bit wide.
Yeah.
Pagani has lost out majorly there to possibly three cars.
And he's got Evil One right on his tail.
Yep.
Oh, well, plenty of laps to go, so...
Yep, not even at the halfway point yet, but all this fighting's opening up
redressing.
a little bit of a
I
gap.
think he's redressing there. I think Con must feel as though he knocked Pagani there, possibly.
He hasn't let Pagani back through, though. He's let Panmac through, who's directly competing, so that might be
Yeah, right.
might be some team orders.
Some strategies.
Maybe he's thinking, you know, the battle's pretty close between them. If I put myself in between them, I can maybe hold Pagani up a little bit and give Panmac
right.
a bit of a gap, because
That could be pretty smart. Strat.
could be. Oh, as Tombo's run a little wide coming out of there. Yep, saw some sparks coming off the wall. That's brought Troy back a little bit.
Nightwalk's
Troy's just
smashing it
been...
out front.
oh yeah, he's got a 3.5 second gap. He's just going about his day. Making good use of that fresh air, that clean air in front of him. But it's, I think Troy has been kind of holding on to the back of Tombo since he's passed him, and he's just using him to maybe keep a little extra speed that he might not have if he didn't have that slipstream.
It also looks as though Tombo has a mini flying move sticker on his car.
He does. Just above the rear tyres. Yep. So, plenty of guys showing their support for the fine moves.
Yeah, well, oh, there it is. He's got a little... Is that a pram he's got on the front? Yeah,
I think
nice
it was a baby on board sign somewhere. I think it was, but yeah. He's even got like a little punk baby in front of the the rear tire as well. I think it's like a baby with a mohawk. As Panmac gets a slide on behind him, and that's going to bring Pagani right back into it. Ooh. Getting
He's right on
all
the
nice
tail of
and
Panmac.
tight through here.
Oh, look at that. That's
Oh, big hip and shoulder.
just... Yep. Panmac lost out
Panmac
there.
did look a little sketchy coming through there. Didn't look like he knew where he was trying to be on the track, but either way,
And then just kind of outbraked himself a little bit there.
I think both of them, you know, have about as much to blame or responsibility to take for the last 2 laps through there. Both have made little mistakes and pushed each other wide, but either way, Pagani's trying to hold off that pack behind him while closing in on Con a little bit as well. Good pack of cars. As Panmac runs wide and lets Vintage up the inside. He's going to try and hold it though around the outside of the next hairpin, which he isn't able to do on them fresh tyres. So might be waiting for a little bit later on in the lap. Because looking at those tyres, I'm guessing Panmac's going to come in this lap and Vintage is on some brand new softs, so he's going to be very quick through here as he takes him up the inside. Would be smart here for Panmac to back off a tiny bit and just duck in behind. Let's see. Alright, expecting to see a majority of the field in this lap.
Looks like Rex is catching onto Adam a little bit.
Walker's in.
Left the door right open.
Tombo is also in, followed by Troy and Con, Pagani.
Adam's got
And-
past.
Looks like Vintage is going to take the lead of the race at the moment. And our man Rexy on the mic is up into second for now as well, with these cars up the front do still have one stop to go, whether it's for fuel or tyres, or fuel and tyres. But it's good to see Rexy up at the pointy end of the field again.
He has rendered a little bit wide there and let Adam through.
Oh, Adam's back.
Yeah, so I believe he pitted on lap 3 to get a bit of fresh air because he was stuck in the pack with the rest of the boys. But he's done it well. He's done the undercut well, and he's got himself out into some good space on track. So where's the first of our cars that have pitted is Nightwalker, who is 5 seconds behind Vintage, and then Smurf is 3 seconds behind him, who has pitted. So I think you lose about 7 or 8 seconds if you just stop for tyres. So I feel that Vintage has done a really good job with his fuel. He's on half a tank. Adam might have to top up a little bit. Rexy has been bringing the neck of that Mustang and is going to need to chuck some fuel in. So
Why don't we, Rexy? Do you want to jump in the chat for a sec?
Yeah, mate.
How's things going, man? See you right on the tail of Adam here.
Yeah, Adam and I have a nice little battle at the moment. Oh, I just give him a little bit of a touch there.
And,
No,
just really-
it's been a good battle. I pitted on lap 4. Adam pitted lap 3. I came out right behind him, and then by lap probably 5, Adam and I had caught up to that other pack. So it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to come down to the wire for the whole lot of us, really.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
after
good
your
stuff.
stop, it's going to chuck you right in the mix with all the other guys, but you'll be on the fresher tyres till the end, so it'll be good to see you make some moves on them. Show them that Rex
Yeah,
delay.
The killer for me is going to be fuel. I'm going to have to put 4 laps in
Yeah.
when I pit next lap. So let's see if Adam goes in this lap.
I think he's going to stay out on those tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah, just staying out. Hey, Rexy, we got someone in the chat whose username looks to be a mobile phone number. He's saying, "Hey, Rexy, how you doing?" And we've managed to track that number down. It looks like the G-Man. Here we go.
Oh, the mullet. Nice. Is he in chat, is he?
How you doing, G-Man? Good to see you on the chat.
How am I going, G? What do you think? Am I doing good enough?
Oh, that was beautiful.
Nice work. The golden mullet.
Makes the appearance on the screen there. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, he's going to be missed tonight. He's not racing tonight. He's just sitting back having a couple of beers, I think.
I've seen he's
Yeah, that's the
he's
way.
put himself in a good spot on the Div 2 leaderboards, and he's just been like, all right, I'll sit out and see how things go now. Like, you know, I think he skipped last week. He had a shocker at Monza, and he's skipping this week. So
Yeah, I was tempted to take the week off and just, do visuals, and I just haven't had a lot of practice this week, but yeah, no, sometimes it's good to just take some time out. Enjoy the commentary.
Things are starting to get a little bit close here.
Yeah, Vintage out front. Is he pitted yet?
yes.
Don't know.
So
Yes,
the,
yeah.
everyone in the top 3 is going to be pitting again, but Nightwalker is hot on their tail. He's made up the difference. Of,
Rexy through to second.
Beautifully
Nice.
done. You like that, boys?
Set him.
Very
Good work,
nice.
Rexy.
Well, I'm going to pit this lap, so
Can you send it into the lead before that happens? Or are you just going to
I'm
take
gonna
it
do my
easy
best,
down the
try to get
S's?
under Vintage.
Oh, he's run a little wide.
I may have to just settle for a second before I pit. Be interested to see if Vintage goes in as well.
Looks like Nightwalker's going to put a move on Adam soon too.
I think Nightwalker should wait, because if he's been keeping track, he'll know that the guys in front of him are going to pit. And it'll be interesting to see what the gap turns out to be to the next car on track once all the pit stops are done.
He's got a good run around the outside of Adam. If Adam's wanting to pit, it's going to be
coming
tough.
across.
Oh no, it's the other side.
That was lucky.
Righty,
Okay, I'm gonna
Rexy
take
will,
fuel.
we'll
gonna
leave
take
you there, mate, to
3.2
do your last
litres.
laps.
Yeah, thanks, lads.
Problem.
Yeah,
Thanks
good
for
luck,
talking to us. Okay, so back on track. We've got a hot battle for second. The Nightwalkers come out with a 5-second lead, but we've got Troy, Con, and Pan Mac all very close together, and a pack of 3 behind them as well. So lots of good close racing coming out of this at the moment.
Also great to see a Merc up there.
Yep, Troy's doing it well, doing Team Merc proud.
So we got Pagani wanting to get on the back of. He really needs to get out in front of Pan Mac this race to get back on top of the leaderboards.
Tombo's looking to get the move on him into this kind of downhill section.
Yeah, true. And you want to be on the inside for this next corner.
Oh, he's just giving him a little love tap. Keep it moving type of bump there. You see Adam's just behind this pack as well as Vintage, who's on fresh tyres right behind him. So this could get interesting between 5th, 6th, 7th with Vintage on them fresh tyres.
Did Rip Dog pit just then?
Yes, Rip Dog pitted this lap.
Yeah.
Vintage is looking very racy.
Vintage, where is he? Is
Vintage 7th, yes. Looking very racy behind Tombo on them fresh tyres.
Yeah, it's looking like Pagani's might be holding these two up. Tombo's really pushing to get past, and Vintage is right there.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like a tough battle between the two. I feel like Vintage is going to be the one to gain the most out of Tombo and Pagani fighting, though. So maybe even Adam as well, who's caught on to the back on fresh tyres as well.
Yeah, Vintage has got a very nice looking livery. Might just throw that out there.
Yep. Very clean and kind of simplistic, but
the colours seem to really contrast really well with it.
I think he also did Herbal Green Tea's livery, which is another one I like. So yeah,
Tombo and Pagani are side by side, and Vintage is looking to sneak up the inside of those two.
Adam B might even get a position out
Oh,
of this.
someone in the background has run very wide. That's Evil One, and I think Rexy as well.
Yep,
Run very wide in the background there. It's a bugger to see, but we know Rexy's on them fresh tyres, so Evil One's just trying to defend for his life here at the moment. Gets a little bit of a hip and shoulder by Riptide.
Vintage is falling back to 6th, with Pagani still trying to push his way through.
Yep. So I'll be expecting Adam to make a move on Pagani pretty soon as well.
Yeah.
Fresh tyres. Tries to get up the inside of him on the corner exit, trying to maybe stick it around the outside into the next one, but he's thought better of it and tucked in behind. Pagani goes slightly defensive into this corner. It's always tricky with the fictional tracks because they don't have corner names to call out, so you kind of just this corner and that corner, you know. But
we'll figure out our own track maps sooner or later.
Pagani is under so much pressure from Adam right here, though. You can just see the new tyres on Adam's car is almost grabbing him around the outside.
He's got
Ducks
him, I
back
think.
up the inside here.
Almost.
Pagani just gives him a car's width, and Adam backs out again. Coming into the hairpin. Looks like he's going to go for it. Whoa!
Around the outside.
Pagani went very defensive there.
Yep.
It certainly paid off for him though.
Yeah, I don't know if it has, because he's losing time to Vintage and Tombo in this fight,
Yeah.
and with that
And
he's
Panmac.
lost time to Panmac, who's got a good run under Troy. Actually, might look for the move fairly soon as well. Up in this battle for second now, with Con just tagging onto the back.
Yeah, those Astons have definitely proven to be good around this track. I wonder who we've got in Lobby A tonight on the Astons.
It's a good question. I don't think there's many at the moment. So, Troy runs very wide into the final corner. Just going to open up the door for Panmac into turn 1, I think, if he can get the good run out of it. Well, just want to acknowledge that Nightwalker is, he's just running away with it, really. He's got a 5-second gap back to second place, so unless he makes a pretty bad mistake, he's...
Oh no, Panmac has a
Back out wide in the fence.
Oh, no.
Panmac, sorry, Wiz. Oh no.
We might have to get a replay of that one.
Yeah, let's see if we can... Oh, he's let a couple of cars through. Alright, see if we've got that. On board with Panmac. Should we just go to camera view? Yeah, he's just a little bit late on the brakes, I think. Yep, and straight into the grass.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, so... That's gonna get...
I bet Pagani's going to be licking his lips now. Yeah. So Pagani's lost out to Adam, who's been on them fresh tyres and might even drop into the clutches of Rex here. Who's also on the fresh tyres. The two stoppers are starting to make their charge through the field once the one stoppers are getting the worn tyres.
In hindsight, I definitely think Pagani lost out big time when he went defensive with Adam, considering how much time he's dropped now.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to look at the big picture and think, okay, I might not beat this guy in my race, but I might move up 2 or 3 spots in the overall time rankings if I just tuck in behind. But now he's down into 8th and fighting for his life, really.
Yeah.
Against the Mustang and the Jag on some fresh tyres. But Adam making the move on Panmac as well, up into 6th now.
Panmac's going wide on a few corners at the moment. Lapsing concentration.
Yeah, those worn tyres coming into play. He's one of the cars that are one-stopping, so this lap and the last lap are going to be pretty tough on those tyres.
Yeah, you're right. Pagani should... Actually, that's going to be... Did Pagani do the 2-stop?
Pagani one-stopped.
Oh, right.
So that's why Rex is looking so racy behind him. But even with the 2 laps or 2.5 laps fresher tyres, the tyre wear's starting to even out between the two. That Mustang is just chewing away at the rubber. Definitely some great racing up at
Pagani's picked up
Pagani's.
He's got a penalty, 5.5 second.
Is he going to serve that? He is going to serve that.
Yeah.
Very smart. That's going to put him into the clutches of Ripdoc by the look of it, though. So not a great run here for Pagani when he's kind of needed it to jump up in the standings. But a little further up the field, up in 5th, Adams actually made the move onto Tombo and is getting the charge back get onto the rear bumper of Vintage.
Yep.
Troy's actually picked up a half-second penalty up in the battle for second as well, which could cost him against Con.
Con's doing great.
He is doing very good. That Jag looks to be pretty strong around here.
Oh, Con picks up second and Troy
runs wide. Burnt off his penalty, though. That's a positive to take from that. But now he's got 2 very fast drivers in Adam and Vintage chasing him down on fresher tyres. So we'll see if he can hold him off for the final kind of half of this lap. Very long lap too.
Yeah.
Just be praying those tyres are going to hold the grip around the long sweeping corners.
Pagani's back in 10th.
Yeah.
And Panmac in 7th, so...
Even Evil One, who I believe is Div 1, is down in 12th. He's not had a great time here either. So,
Yeah, he's having a tough race. But out front, Nightwalker with nearly a 6-second lead over everyone. That's impressive.
Yep. Adam and Vintage are right near each other again after the, I believe they are the highest two-stopping cars. I think it's safe to say. I think Nightwalker, Con, and Troy are all one-stopping, and Vintage and Adam have gone for the two-stop. Showing definitely very close between the two. They've ever since Adam came in early to get that undercut, he's been right on the tail of Vintage. Very close together with the two of them. As Troy's running wide.
And Nightwalker's
comes across the line for the final time tonight.
Well done, Nightwalker.
Congratulations, Nightwalker. Looks like Con's going to take second.
Second, good stuff.
Troy holding on to third in that Mercedes with Vintage following him through. Then we have Adam and Tombo.
That was a close one.
Followed by Rex, Panmac, Ripdoc, Pagani coming home in 10th, Smurf in 11th, and Evil One in 12th. Unlucky for Evil One, he's had a rough time there.
Whew, good racing, fellas.
Very well done to Nightwalker as well. He started on pole and just kind of ran away with it. Oh, no, he started on second, I believe. And
yes.
And just ran away with that, yeah.
Well, there we go.
Congratulations
Lobby B,
to,
round 9.
Congratulations to Nightwalker, Con, and Troy. The top 3 on a great race there.
Some fantastic racing there.
Hopefully there was some good racing to watch for the people on the live stream.
Yeah, well done, everyone.
Watch immediately as well, so you know he's not very happy with that one.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys, thanks for tuning in. We will log out, and we've got Lobby A, which should be streaming in about half an hour. So good racing, everyone, tonight, and we'll see you guys again soon.
Goodbye.
Later.